Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, life keeps throwing challenges your way? Can love and determination overcome life's toughest obstacles? Samuel Williams lived a modest life with his wife, Emily, and their two children, Grace and Oliver, in a small town. Despite his hard work as a mechanic, money was always tight. Emily, a dedicated homemaker, managed their household with care and love, stretching every penny to ensure their kids had what they needed. One cold morning, Samuel's day started like any other. He kissed Emily goodbye and headed to the workshop. His boss, Mr. Harris, was a strict man who demanded perfection. Samuel often stayed late, missing dinner with his family to meet deadlines and fix complex car issues. One evening, while Samuel was still at work, Emily received a call from the school. Oliver had fallen during a soccer game and needed to be taken to the hospital. With a heart full of worry, she rushed to the school, picked up Grace, and took Oliver to the nearest clinic. The doctor informed them that Oliver had fractured his leg and needed surgery. Emily's mind raced with worry about the medical bills. She called Samuel, who hurried to the hospital, his heart heavy with concern. As days turned into weeks, the medical expenses piled up. Samuel took on extra shifts, working tirelessly to pay the bills. The strain began to show. He was exhausted, and his once cheerful demeanor started to fade. Emily tried to keep the household running smoothly, but the stress was overwhelming. Just when things seemed to stabilize, Samuel's boss announced layoffs due to the workshop's financial struggles. Samuel was among those let go. The news hit him like a ton of bricks. With no steady income and mounting bills, their situation became dire. Determined not to let his family down, Samuel searched for jobs day and night. He took up odd jobs, from fixing neighbors' cars to painting houses. Despite his efforts, the income was not enough. Emily started making handmade crafts and selling them online, but it was a slow process. One day, Samuel heard about a mechanic's job in a nearby town. The pay was decent, and he decided to give it a shot. The commute was long, but he was willing to do anything for his family. He got the job, and things started to look up. They began to manage their expenses, albeit still with great difficulty. Grace and Oliver noticed the change in their parents. They missed the times when their father was around more. Samuel and Emily tried to explain their situation to the kids, assuring them things would get better. Months passed, and Samuel continued to work hard. One evening, after a particularly grueling day, he returned home to find Emily crying. She had discovered a lump in her breast and was terrified. Samuel felt his world collapsing again. They visited the doctor, who recommended further tests. The results confirmed their worst fears. Emily had breast cancer. Samuel was devastated but knew he had to be strong for Emily and the kids. He juggled his job, Emily's treatment, and taking care of the children. The community rallied around them, offering support and prayers. Despite the help, the financial burden was immense. Emily's condition worsened, and Samuel felt helpless. One night, as he sat by her bedside, Emily took his hand and whispered, "Promise me you'll take care of the kids. Promise me you won't give up." Samuel, tears streaming down his face, promised her he would. Emily passed away a few days later, leaving a void in their lives that seemed impossible to fill. Samuel was heartbroken but knew he had to be strong for Grace and Oliver. He continued to work hard, honoring Emily's last wish. Months after Emily's passing, Samuel received a letter from a law firm. Confused, he opened it and discovered that Emily had a life insurance policy he knew nothing about. The payout was enough to cover their debts and provide a stable future for the children. Samuel couldn't believe it. Emily, even in her final days, had thought of their future. Her love and foresight gave them a second chance at life. With the financial burden lifted, Samuel was able to focus more on Grace and Oliver, rebuilding their lives one day at a time. With the life insurance money, Samuel paid off their debts and moved to a smaller, more affordable house closer to his job. The change of environment was tough for the children, but they adapted. Samuel made it a point to spend more quality time with Grace and Oliver, fulfilling the promise he made to Emily. Grace, a bright and sensitive child, struggled the most with her mother's death. Samuel noticed her withdrawing and decided to take action. He enrolled her in a support group for children who had lost a parent. Oliver, being younger, coped differently. He missed his mother dearly but found solace in soccer, his favorite sport. Samuel knew he couldn't fill the void left by Emily, but he did everything he could to be there for his children. He attended every soccer game, helped Grace with her homework, and made sure to keep Emily's memory alive in their hearts. One day, while working on a car at the new workshop, Samuel met Laura, a single mother of two who had brought her car in for repairs. Laura's kindness and understanding slowly drew Samuel out of his shell. They bonded over their shared experiences of loss and raising children alone. Laura's presence brought a sense of normalcy back into Samuel's life. They started spending time together, and eventually, Samuel introduced her to Grace and Oliver. The children warmed up to Laura and her kids, forming a new blended family unit. Despite the newfound happiness, Samuel still battled with his grief. He often found himself questioning if he was doing enough, if he was honoring Emily's memory properly. He pushed himself to be the best father he could, but the pressure was immense. One night, after a particularly hard day, Samuel found himself at Emily's grave. He sat there, talking to her, pouring out his heart. He asked her for strength, for guidance. As he sat in the silence of the cemetery, he felt a calmness wash over him. He realized that Emily would want him to be happy, to move forward. Just as life seemed to be settling into a new normal, Samuel faced another challenge. Grace fell seriously ill with a rare illness. The doctors were uncertain about her prognosis, and Samuel's world was thrown into chaos once more. He spent countless nights by Grace's bedside, holding her hand, praying for a miracle. The community rallied around them again, offering support. Laura was a rock, providing strength and care for Oliver while Samuel focused on Grace. After weeks of uncertainty, Grace's condition began to improve. The doctors were amazed at her recovery, calling it a miracle. Samuel, Laura, and Oliver were overjoyed. Grace's strength and resilience reminded Samuel of Emily's words and the promise he made to her. With Grace's recovery, Samuel realized the importance of cherishing every moment with his loved ones. He learned to balance work and family, making sure to never take a single day for granted. Laura and Samuel's relationship blossomed, and they decided to get married, creating a stable and loving home for their children. How do you find the courage to rebuild after life's hardest trials? Can love and resilience truly overcome all obstacles? Samuel's journey was filled with unimaginable hardships, but through love, determination, and the support of those around him, he found the strength to keep going. His story is a testament to the human spirit's resilience and the power of love to heal and rebuild. If you were moved by Samuel's incredible journey of love and resilience, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories. Let's spread hope and courage together. Comment below on how you find strength in difficult times.